This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Thank you very much for taking the time to join me today. As always, it is very much appreciated. What we're going to do today is we're going to take another look at a classic watch 25 possible, and this will be the second one of the possibles list so far that is based in France. Always tricky race in France. Yeah, I think if people are winning well there, then they are either very lucky or they understand the intricacies of racing, because they do like to race in their own style. Out in France, there's not really much racing like it anywhere else around the world. But it is what it is, and they run Group 1 Classic, so it's really my duty to try and pick the winner of them. Right, what we're going to do, classicwatch25.great/site.net is where people will be able to find all these horses. At some point, it's still only the Australian trained horses at the moment. We're heading well in now to the week of the Japanese Guineas on the 13th of April, so hopefully there will be more horses on the site later on in the week from Japan, and then as the year developed, you'll get some horses from maybe the UK, Ireland, Germany, France, America, anywhere really. So we are casting the net wider than ever before in the Southern Hemisphere as well for Classic Watch 26, for places like maybe Argentina, South Africa, and New Zealand. So hopefully things are heading in the right direction. Right, what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at the horse in question. Tajlina is the name of the horse, a filly, born on the 17th of January 2022, sired by Kingman, out of a dam called Batil, who herself was sired by Dubawi. The horse was bred and owned by Al Asail in France and is trained by Francis Henry Graffard, the up-and-coming trainer in France. It's fair to say he has been entrusted with some of the Aga Khan stock as well, mainly all of it, I think, now. And yeah, very up-and-coming trainer. Tajlina is a very interesting horse, it's fair to say. People take a look at her form. She has won 2 out of her 4 starts so far, unbeaten in 2025. She won a second time out after losing to Blue Island first time out. It's a nicely bred horse, Blue Island. Sadly, lost the other day, but yeah, that is another one that's definitely on my possibles list. 4th in a listed race last year at Chantilly to end her career, 2-year-old runs in the pre-economy. And this year, off to a winning start, winning the Group 3 pre-Penelope in March the 29th at St. Cloud, defeating Jones by 1.5 lengths. What's quite impressive, I thought, about this horse on the day is that the amount it improved from the runs it had at 2 to 3. Over 20, look, at 2. The best of the Racing Post rating, the horse commander was 81. And I'm straight into a Racing Post rating of 103 in her first 3-year-old start of the season at Group 3 level. Is she a classic horse? Well, we're going to take a look at pedigree shortly. We'll take a look at the entries. The Racing Post are even telling us that Tajlina is entered in the UK Oaks on the 6th of June. And the France Gallop is telling us that she is entered in the French Oaks as well on the 16th of June, as well as a possible run in the Group 2 Pre-Cleopatra on the 18th of April. For the first forfeit stage of that race closes on the 14th. So yeah, that'll be a nice little race for her to take out as well, possibly on the road to the French Oaks. But yeah, it doesn't look to be a Guineas filly in any way, shape or form. Not really looking at running her in any of the mile classics by the look of things. So we're middle distance and above for Tajlina, I think. And yeah, very interesting horse. People will see that if they look at the Pedigree Online Thoroughbred database, totally up to date. 2 wins and a place. Current earnings of €70,500 in France. And you'll see there, winner of the Pre-Penelope Group 3 at St. Cloud. Updated nice and recently. So yeah, we're all up to date with Tajlina, and she is dam line 16. It's fair to say that that is a tricky one to weigh up on certain occasions. Anything without an A after it or a letter after it is tricky. The foundation roots. But yeah, 16 is the dam line off Tajlina. What we're going to do is we're going to have a proper look at the pedigree, which is a very unique one, I think. And I will explain why shortly. We're going to take a look at any horses I find interesting along the way in the usual fashion. And then we're going to watch the horse Tajlina win the Prix Penelope at St. Cloud. And then we will end the video. Right, well, the interesting pedigree, if people look, is the fourth dam of this horse, Erosa, in Ireland, was born 5 years before me in 1969. So the fourth dam of this horse is nearly 60 years old. The fifth dam, Andrea, is another 14 years older than her. So this is a pedigree, really, that if people go back to the fifth dam, they need to go be looking at horses that raced in the 50s. Very interesting pedigree this horse has got. There's not many pedigrees like this about. This is one that it's a proper old school horse. You used to see lots of horses like this in the 80s and the 90s, where they used to breed out of old dams and breed middle distance horses, This is a proper old school pedigree, it's fair to say. Even the third dam of the horse, Atrians, was born 47 years ago in 1978. Fascinating these horses are. They might all look the same, but they are so different when people begin to take a look at them. This one, though, has got some obvious credentials straight away, really. Map of Stars, a colt born in 2021, sired by See the Stars out of Batil as well. Map of Stars has hit the ground running in 2025. The horse has won 5 out of his 6 races and has won €202,100 in France. A horse very much on the upgrade. You'll see at 3, the horse won 2 listed races, the Grand Prix du Nord and the Prix Péléas at Compiègne and Chantilly. This year, the horse started his career at 4, by winning the Group 3 Prix Exubry at St. Cloud. And then recently, last weekend, the horse took out the Group 2 Prix de Harcourt at Longchamp. So this horse really is very progressive at the moment. Group 3, Group 2 winner, going through the French pattern like a knife through butter, it's fair to say. Map of Stars. And it'll be interesting to see where he is at the end of the season. But yeah, a half brother to Tajlina. Map of Stars. The dam herself, Batil, a mare, foaled in 2012, sired by Jubawi, out of a dam called Attractive Crown. Batil, brilliant race mare, in the first 2 in 11 of her 15 starts, managing to win 8 races out of 15 for career earnings of £541,950 racing in Great Britain and France. Very good horse, Batil. At 4, she won the listed Fred Archer Stakes at Newmarket. But it was at 5 and 6, really, she really kicked on. At 5, the horse was a Group 1 winner, winning the Prix Vermeil of 2017. She also won the Group 2 Prix de Pamon. She also won the Group 3 Pinnacle Stakes in the UK again at Haydock, and was second in the British Champions Fillies and Mare Stakes and the Group 3 Prix de Barberville as well. Group 2 and Group 3 races. But again, through the pattern in that 1 year, Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, age 5 in 2017. And at 6, Batil managed to win the 2018 Group 2 Prix Corrida, held at St. Cloud. We know she is a black type producer from the horses that we have just looked at. She's also a half-sister to this horse that I found, Basima. Basima, a mare foaled in 2002, sired by Lemon Drop Kid out of Attractive Crown. Basima was in the first 2 in 4 of her 8 starts, managing to win 3 of her 8 starts, earnings of $66,365 American dollars. Basima managed to win the listed Prix Charles Lafitte in France, a listed winner, but no, she didn't really breed anything that I could find. I did have a good look at her first dams, and there wasn't really much that I could find. The second dam of the horse, Attractive Crown, was a mare foaled in 1995, sired by Chief's Crown, out of a dam called Attirance. Attractive Crown, a solid horse in her own right. She was in the first three in 6 of her 14 starts, managing to win 3 races and earned $67,068 American dollars in her race career. She was placed in the Group 2 Pretty Polly Stakes in Ireland of 1988, and she was also placed third in the listed Silver Flash Stakes in Ireland as well, over 6 furlongs at 2 in 1997. Not a bad horse, it's fair to say. Group 2 unlisted placed to go with the Group 1 winning Batil as a first dam. The first 2 dams quite strong. It was then really that things got quite deep. I had to really have a good look at some of these horses out of Attirance. Foaled in 1978. I came up with a few that were quite decent. But East Tycoon, and I remember this one going round, the gelding, born in 1999, sired by Big Stone, out of a dam called Princess Sharpo. You'll see there that Attirance is the second dam of this horse. East Tycoon really was a national hunt horse. He was rated 144 at best by the Racing Post, better over fences than over hurdles. Sadly died as a 9-year-old, trained by John Joe O'Neill. But I do remember it going round in the Gay Smith colours. It's a handicapper, really. The best form really had, it was 4th, beaten 9 1/4 lengths by Well Chief in the 2003 Singapore Airlines Juvenile Novices Hurdle. That's the Adonis at Kempton, where the horse ran to a mark of 111. But its best mark was a 128 over hurdles. And then it was 4th in a couple of pattern handicap chases. 4th behind Armour Turk in the 2005 Lingfield Park handicap chase, a listed handicap where it ran to a mark of 137, beaten 10 lengths by Armour Turk that day. And it was also, I think, was it 4th in a grade 3 somewhere as well? No, it wasn't. But see, the horse did win. The horse did win 3 chases and 3 hurdles. The best mark over fences it made, 144, when it beat Billy John in a 7 grand egg and spoon race at Stratford. That's the trouble with the handicaps, you see. But yeah, it was had a couple of runs on the flat as well. It's rated 97. So yeah, not a bad horse, it's fair to say. East Tycoon on its day. Next one we need to take a look at is Gilsley. Gilsley, another gelding, born in 1998, sired by Charente River, out of a dam called Lumiere. People will see again, Attirance is also the second dam of this horse as well. Grade 1 winner, believe it or not, bumper winner. Grade 1 National Hunt Flat winner, trained by Noel Mead. Sadly died as an 8-year-old, owned by Mrs. B.M. McKinney. You'll see there the horse beat Blazing List by a length and a half in the 2004 Grade 1 Paddy Power Champion National Hunt Flat race, running to a mark of 122, a mark that she never managed to reach in 9 hurdle races and 1 chase, failing to win a race before sadly dying as an 8-year-old. But yeah, she's also the second dam of this Group 1 National Hunt Flat winner as well. But they're very interesting horses, these are. I didn't really know any of these existed before I looked at this horse. Bella Michela is another one out of Lumiere, sired by Superpower. She's a flat horse. She managed to race 62 times. Born in 1993, she was placed in a couple of Italian pattern races. She was placed in the listed Premio Alessandro Peroni of 1995, and she was also placed in the Group 3 Premio Umbria at Capanel in 1996. Group 3 enlisted place in Italy, the best Racing Post rating of a mark of 97. But you're seeing there that this site telling us she raced 62 times. The Racing Post only covering 5 of her races in the Italian pad. Interesting horse, though, nonetheless. The next one we need to take a look at is Attirance herself, the third dam of Tajlina. We're getting back now into the history, really, Attirance foaled in 1978, sired by Crown Prince out of a dam called Arosa. Attirance raced 7 times in her career. She was in the first 2 twice, managing to earn 25,856. There's a Euro sign, but this horse was racing way before Euros existed. Attirance managed to win a listed race. She won the listed Prix de Lilas at Compiègne of 1981, and she was also second in the Group 3 Prix Sandringham at Chantilly, a race which is now a Group 2 race. So yeah, Group 3 listed winner. So we've got really, it's a solid horse, really. You know, all the first 3 dams have got pattern form. Solid horse, and we're covering years as well. Very interesting horse. This very interesting line. I remember Batil going round, and she was a solid filly. You can see why with this historic dam line, really, that she was the way she was. The next horse we're going to take a look at, we found a few more that are out of the 4th dam that was born before me. There's some nice horses. La Tirana, a mare foaled in 1987, sired by Akarad out of Arosa. So this is a half dam, half sister to the 3rd dam of our horse, Attirance. La Tirana raced 24 times, winning 4. She was in the first 3 in 16 of 24 starts. Earnings of 136,138, says Euros again. So we'll go with that, 1987. Akarad, good stallion he was, I remember him. La Tirana was a good horse. You see, at 4, she won the Prix La Fabuleux, and she was placed in plenty of Group 3 races as well. She was second in the Prix de Flore, the Prix de la Papinière. I know that's not a Group 3 race. The Prix Corrida, the race that Batil won at 6. Source was placed in at 3 and 5. Another race that has been upgraded from Group 3 to Group 2. And Prix Fil d'Air, Group 3 race as well. And she was also placed in the Prix de Flore twice as well, as winning races like the Prix Fabuleux, which I think at the time was a listed race. But yeah, La Tirana, more than solid career. And she also had a little go, tried to breed a few that I found as well with her in. Walk On, remember this one going around? Great juvenile hurdler. Look at the dam of it. La Tirana, who would have thought that? I remember this horse going round. I was astounded when I found this out today. Walk On was trained by Alan King, a gelding, born in 2005, sired by Take Risks. The horse there you'll see raced 31 times in the first 3 in 18 of 31 starts. Earnings of 301,915 UK pounds. See, Grade 1 winning hurdler twice. Won the 2008 Coral Future Champions Juvenile Hurdle Finale, and it also won the Matalan Anniversary 4-year-old Novices Hurdle at Aintree in 2009, and also won the Grade 2 Finesse Juvenile Novices Hurdle as well. Second in the 2009 Triumph Hurdle, second in the 2011 Holloway's Hurdle as well, and the Paddy Power Gold Cup Chase Group 3, the Iron Spine Charity Challenge Gold Cup Chase, that's that race at Newbury before Cheltenham, Group 3, and he was also placed in the Grade 3 Topham of 2013 round Aintree. Horse sadly retired after pulling up in the trophy chase at Cheltenham on the 24th of January 2015, and rated about 150 at his best over hurdles. Walk On, juvenile, dual Grade 1 winning juvenile hurdler. Court Cannibal, horse foaled in 2005, sired by Monsieur, out of a dam called Pas de Heur. She foaled a good few, she did. La Tirana is the 2nd dam of this horse. Court Cannibal only won 2 out of 20 starts, but he was in the first 3 in 7, earning £148,740 in his career. Court Cannibal was 2nd in the Group 2 Prix Noailles of 2008, and was also classic place, 3rd in what is still the Group 3 German St Leger at Dortmund. At 4, the horse won the Group 3 Prix Exubry at St Cloud, and the horse was 2nd in the Prix d'Harcourt and 2nd in La Coupe at 5. So again, you're seeing that these the same races keep popping up, don't they? The Exubry and d'Harcourt were won by Map of Stars this year. Exported to Morocco in 2012, possibly as a stallion, this horse, because it was an Entire. Biased, another interesting horse, a mare foaled in 2006, sired by Half, out of Pas d'Eux again. Biased won 3 of her 12 starts and was third in another 3, managing to earn €100,020 in France. Again, good solid career, winning 3 times, placed in 2 listed races, placed in the Prix Charles Lafite and the Prix de la Papinière in France at Chantilly and Maison Lafite. And she has also produced her own little black type foal as well. Bias Power, a mare foaled in 2018, sired by Slade Power. Horse has finished in the first 3 in 5 of 13 starts in Italy, winning twice, earning €15,570. And Bias Power was third in the Premio Cesura in Italy in 2021. Hidden Cove, a mare foaled in 2010, is another one, out of Pas d'Eux, sired by Naeth. Hidden Cove was placed a lot more times, placed in 9 out of 16 starts, another 2 wins as well. Earnings of €106,290 in France for Hidden Cove. Again, solid enough career, placed in 3 listed races, the Prix Solitude of 2013, and another 4 in 2017, the Prix Belle de Nuit and the Prix Scaramouche. This one looking more of a stayer. These horses, if anything, prove that Batil and Tajlina have moved this line forward, and Map of Stars. There's a lot of pattern quality, listed quality around this time, but I think this moving to a different level, hopefully, this season. Another one we need to look at is Time Pecker, a mare foaled in 2007, sired by Dancilli, out of Pas d'Eux as well. Time Pecker, quite a good strike rate in the first 3 and 4 of 6 starts, winning twice. Earnings of €51,850 in France. Time Pecker again, you'll see, managed to win the listed Prix Occitanie at Toulouse in 2010. So pattern racing is not uncommon for this line. Chidado Cheval is another one, sired by out of Pas d'Eux, sired by Alharf, a horse born in 2002. This one was placed in a couple of National Hunt hurdles in France. It was placed there in a listed hurdle in 2006, where it won actually, beat Cartown Place in 2006 in one of those listed races at Cagnes-sur-Mer, the Prix André Messina listed hurdle. It was also third in another listed hurdle at Pau, the Prix Camille de Bosque, beaten 16 lengths by Don Proy when it ran to 100. But the best mark the Racing Post gave it was a mark of 110 when it raced in a Grade 3 in Auteuil in 2006. Listed winning hurdler, trained by a man called Y. Fertilet. Some very interesting horses out of Pas d'Eux. I was quite impressed when I saw them. She had a nice little go. From the La Tirana line, a Rokar. We're now back to full sisters of the third dam, like the one we just looked at that I closed down. A Rokar sired by Akarad as well. Born in 1983 and out of Arosa as well. Winning 3 out of 9 starts in the first 3 in 5 of 9. Earnings of $121,488 American dollars. Aracar won the Group 2 Prix Graffoy and the Group 3 Prix Saint-Romain in France and was placed in the Group 1 Prix Lupin, don't know what year, and it was also placed in La Coupe de Maison Lafite, a Group 3 race as well. Very good horse in its own right, Aracar, very good horse. Just know it's getting a bit dark in the area where I've recorded, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to pause this video quickly and turn the light on, I think. I'll be back with you shortly. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Yeah, that seems a little bit better. Like I said, Aracar, very good horse, foaled in 1983, Group 1 placed, Group 2 and Group 3 winner. Another nice horse. Bon Grain is an interesting gelding, born in 2005, sired by Mutahir, out of a dam called Such Is Life. I think we're down to Erosa being the second dam of a few of these now, but they're still interesting horses nonetheless. Bon Grain was placed in one Group 3 in 34 starts, placed in La Coupe Group 3. That's about all it tells us on this one. But yeah, you'll see there that Erosa is the second dam of the horse. Last Empress, a mare foaled in 2000, sired by Dernier Emperor, a stallion I've never heard of, out of a dam called Such Is Life again. So the same dam. Last Empress, not much has been told here, but in fact the horse was had some pattern form that the Racing Post was telling us about. The horse won a listed race at Marseille in 2002, the Prix Delahanty, beating Reine de Sabot by a short head. The horse also won another listed race, the 2003 La Coupe d'Apouche, another listed race at Marseille, beating Kivi by 3 lengths. Bit of a Marseille course specialist, it seems clear, but yeah, there's not much else. It's placed in nothing else apart from listed level. It was the highest weight in post rating it got. The horse, a mark of 105 when it was third in the listed race at Cagnes-sur-Mer, the Grand Prix de la Riviera, Côte d'Azur, in 2004, where the horse ran to a mark of 105. So yeah, I'm quite surprised the thoroughbred database missed that. Normally quite good on the flat, but certainly missed Last Empress. It can be forgiven a bit for missing this one, I think. Refutation. A horse foaled in 2002. Sired again by Mutahir, a full brother to the last horse we just looked at, with Erosa as the second dam of this horse. This horse was actually a stallion, believe it or not. The horse listed placed behind the Tridard du Cheval, the horse we just looked at. How strange is that? Pretty sure it was, wasn't it? The 2006. Yeah. So 2 from the same line there, first and third. 5 3/4 lengths defeated there, ridden by Adam Condrat. It did well to finish third and carry him round. The horse was also third at Auteuil in the Grade 3 Prix Jacques d'Indy behind Cardasson. The horse was fifth in a Grade 2 behind Grey Steel, the Prix Amadou, and was seventh behind Lena Drop in the 2006 Prix Alain de Broye Grade 1 hurdle. So yeah, this horse has had some interesting form. The best hurdle mark it gained when it was seventh in the Group 1, running to a mark of 127. Refutation, I found evidence of it on France Gallop of the horse siring 7 horses around 2012, 2013, I think. Yeah, there's one of them there. But yeah, that was the time they were born. 7 of them on France Gallop. The Group 3 enlisted placed over the jumps. Refutation. This one was placed only the other day in a bumper or hurdle. Finicula, gelding, born in 2020, sired by Storm the Stars, out of a dam called Fun Run. People will see that Such Is Life is the second dam of that one, and Erosa is the third dam. I had a good search. Yeah, I do. I do like to have a good search. This one here was actually Group 1 placed the other day. Third of 9, beaten 1 3/4 lengths behind Honesty Policy in the 2025 Mersey Novices Hurdle, where she ran to where he ran to his best mark over hurdles in 4 starts of 139. So yeah, this horse is not without hope. 9th out of 11 behind Copec de Bordes in the Supreme Novices Hurdle, and a winner of a maiden hurdle at Clonmel by 17 lengths, and second in an Auteuil hurdle behind Dazo Dream. So yeah, very interesting horses still going around to this day. You've got map of stars on this one in both spheres. Interesting, these horses. They never cease to interest me. Next horse we're going to take a look at is Anne Stewart, a mare foaled in 1980, sired by Balkonski out of Erosa. So this is another half-sister. This horse actually gained a little bit of black type, second in the Prix de Pontarme. I don't know what year that was or whether it was a pattern race at the time. I'm fairly certain that it is now. We know the horse won 1 out of 9 starts and won $19,976. in America. But yeah, it's a French money. They've just converted it to an American site. So yeah, very interesting horse, Anne Stewart. And she had a little go as well, breeding a couple. Amvari, horse foaled in 1987, sired by Persian Bold, out of Anne Stewart. Amvari won 2 out of his 6 starts, placed in another one, and earned 58,928 UK pounds. Amvari won the Grade 2 Derringstown Stud Derby Trial of 1990, a race which is now relegated to Grade 3. And the horse was also third in the Grade 2 Gallinule Stakes, a race which has also been relegated. In Ireland, it's raced in Ireland, England, France, and the USA, and was a sire in Kenya. Star Sharif, sired by Sharif Dancer, out of Anne Stewart. Star Sharif won 1 of his 5 starts, and in the first 2, another 3 twice. Earnings of 14,001 American dollar. Star Sharif, second in a Group 1 Grand Criterium Dead Heat with Black Bell, and was actually classic placed third in the Italian Derby of 1989, a race which has also been relegated to Grade 2. Race record and earnings are shown for the 4 starts in the United Kingdom only. Complete race records from Italy not available. Just the UK, but I think it's trained by Ben Andrew. I looked on the Racing Post. He just sent it to Italy to win a few races, try and win a few races. But yeah, very interesting horse. Sharif Dancer, classic place in 1989, Star Sharif. Ardarel is the next dam we need to take a look at. Not sure if she gained any pattern form. She didn't, but she is sired by Farley, out of Arosa, so another half-sister to the third dam of Tajlina, out of Arosa. And again, she bred some nice horses. Sprout, a mare foaled in 1992, sired by Sals, out of Ardarel. Sprout won 5 of her 13 starts. She was in the first 3, actually, in 11 of her 13 starts. Doesn't really tell us how much money the mare won. But she did run in some nice races. She won the Group 3 John Porter Stakes, and she also won the Group 3 Lancashire Oaks, a race that I think is now a Group 2. So, yeah, very interesting, these horses. Another one there, the horse that I never even knew existed before I looked at this horse. Batil. And the Aldwych, a horse foaled in 1998, sired by In the Wings, out of Ardarel again. Horse foaled in 1998 again. This site tells us nothing. I'm surprised they missed it because the horse ran quite well. People look, this horse ran in the Dante. It was 4th in the 2001 Dante behind Dilshan. The horse did it win any pack races? The horse was placed in a listed race there. The 2001 Fairway Stakes was also placed in the listed Stevenson Stakes as well, behind Saki. It was behind Potemkin at Newmarket. Horse was 5th in the Grade 2 behind Storming Home, and 7th in the 2001 Secretariat Stakes at Arlington as well, in an American sojourn. Best rated horse, 111. So Aldwych, trained by Roger Charlton, owned by Newgate Stud, per Prince Fade, and Lady Rothschild. Had a more than reasonable flat career. Around there, I don't think that race necessarily exists anymore. The Tattenham Corner Classified Stakes, the sort of Epsom race at Bath that the horse won. So strange how racing has moved on. But yeah, this horse gained its best rating of 111 on 2 occasions. Mondomino, another one out of Alderel, sired by Dominion, born in 1989. Again, no record of form or anything for this horse, but it's telling us that it's actually a classic winner. The horse won the Group 3 Swiss Derby of 1992. So all credit to the horse. Kings County, a gelding, born in 1998, sired by Fairy King, out of Cardell. This horse, Ardarel, is the second dam of this horse. Kings County, a horse that raced 57 times in his career, winning 6 times, placed in 25 of 57 starts. Earnings of 294,354 American dollars. At 7, the horse was third in the Thunder Road Handicap at Santa Anita. But to me, that doesn't tell the full story at all. This horse was a very good 2-year-old, trained by Aidan O'Brien. The horse was second behind Beckett in the 2000 National Stakes. It was also second behind Okawango in the 2000 Grand Criterium. And the horse was also second in the 2007 Grand Criterium de Saint Cloud. Grand Criterium de Saint Cloud behind Count Dubois. Seventh for the horse ran in the French 2,000 guineas. I think this is Gowden, the French 2,000 guineas of 2001 and finished seventh, beaten by Vahori Mix. And the horse also ran in the 2001 Italian Derby, finished eighth behind Morsty when ridden by George Duffield. Highest rating the horse achieved was 113 when the horse was second behind Okawango. Triple Group 1 runner-up, but this site, you see, none of these sites should be taken as gospel. You have to look at more than one site to get the full picture on a horse sometimes. Very good horses, though, out of Arderel. She did well. We're now finally at the fourth dam of the horse, Tajlina, which is a Rosa. A mare foaled in 1969, sired by Silver Shark, out of a dam called Andrea. Arosa won 5 out of her 14 starts. No idea how many times she was second or third. Earnings of 74,695 American dollars. People will see that Arosa again, pattern winner of the Group 3 Pre-Messidor, also the winner of the Pre-Imprudence, which is a pattern race now, and it was second in the Group 3 Prix de Mailleret as well. So that's the first 4 dams, really, of this horse, Tajlina, going back over 50 years. I've all got pattern form. I mean, this horse is rock solid, isn't it? To be fair to it. I might have had to do some digging, but the horse is absolutely rock solid. We've even found some going back into the 50s and the 60s now out of Andrea. Almira, Group 1 winner of the Prix Marcel Boussac of 1983. She was foaled. Andrea is the second dam of her, out of a dam called Amida, and the sire is Gay Massine. She also won the Group 3 Prix Calvados of 1983, age 2. Wildwood Flower, a mare foaled in 1993, sired by a distant relative, out of a dam called Tolstoya. People will see that Andrea is the third dam of this horse, Wedgwood Flower. Won 6 of 26 starts in the first 3 in 12 of 26 starts again. Doesn't tell us how much money the horse won, but the horse was an Air Gold Cup winner, won the Air Gold Cup Handicap, the William Hill Sprint Cup Handicap, and the Ladbroke Racing Sprint Handicap. I don't know whether any of those were pattern race handicaps at the time. Yeah, very good horse. Wildwood Flower. Andrea. Didn't find too many. Andrea, there was more, but I chose not to include them. Andrea, the fifth dam of the horse, a mare foaled in 1955, sired by Ticino, out of a dam called Adriana. Andrea, again, quite a prolific winner 6 of 19 starts, according to this, in the first 3 in 16 of her 19 races, earning $21,191 US. German bred horse. Look at this. The horse has won the Zerfuchsrennen. She won 2 German Group 3s, the Zerfuchsrennen and the Deutsche Stutenpreis, and also the Herbst Stutenpreis twice. Second in the Group 2, German Oaks of 1958. It's now a Group 1 race. The Fürstenberg Rennen as well. 2 Girling Prices, 2 Grosser Preis von Dusseldorf twice, and 2 Grosser Hansa Prices Group 2. Placed third in the Grosser Preis von Nordrhein-Westfalen, a Grade 1 race, on 2 occasions in Germany in the 60s. Also known as Andrea II, sent to Ireland in 1963, sadly died in 1974. I mean, the first 5 dams of this horse and her map of stars really are what they are. It's worth mentioning as well, if people click on the breeding of Patil, they will see that there was a 2-year-old called the Odyssey, sired by Frankel, that is ready to race in 2025 as well. But all the dams, Batil, Group 1 winner, Attractive Crown, Group 2 unlisted placed, Atimance, Group 3 place listed winner, Arosa, Group 3 winner, Andrea, Group 1 placed, Group 2, Group 1 and multiple Group 2 placed, multiple Group 3 winner. Solid first 5 dams going back 70 years. I mean, some pedigrees of horses are what they are. And this one certainly is. You take a look on the classic historical dam line now of dam line 16, and there's our little section there. There's Adriana, foaled in 1944. Couple, and there's Mondomino, the Swiss Derby winner of 1992 that we looked at. Some very interesting horses around this time of year. Look, Ataturk, born in 1951, sired by Ticino again, out of Adriana. That's a match of Arosa, isn't it? Silver Shark, Andrea. Oh no, Ticino, Adriana. So the fifth dam is a full sister to this beast, who won 17 out of 30 races in Germany, called Ataturk. Was a classic winner as well. The horse won the German 2000 Guineas of 1954. Won the Paul Doring Rennen, the Henkel Rennen, the Jubilance Prize, and it also won the Golden Peacher as well. Very interesting horse, also known as Ataturk II. Very interesting. And then I found a couple of horses that were even racing in East Germany. That won Classics winners. Amiant, horse foaled in 1979, sired by a Russian horse called Tyran, out of Amola. People will see that Adriana, we're going way back now. Adriana is the third dam of this horse, Amiant. And Amiant won the Eastern German Derby of 1982. And there's Alkira, a mare born in 1984, sired by Antrieb, who must be one of the rare East German stallions. Superb. Out of a East German dam called Angara. People see. Adriana, the third dam of this horse as well. Alkira won 5 of her 13 starts. I think she was a dual classic winner. No, she won the East German Oaks of 1987. I bet they love that. Siren and foaling, the winner of their own classic, out in the now defunct East Germany. But Alkira, very good horse as well. Bred by Gestert Lane in East Germany. I wonder if they're still going. Alkira. And then really what the historical dam site, we had a little look. Very interesting horse. Tajlina, it's fair to say. Entered in classics in 2 countries, the UK and France. So I think she definitely deserves a place as a Classic Watch 25 possible at this stage, without any shadow of a doubt, especially considering the exploits of her dam and the exploits of her older brother, Map of Stars, this season. And who knows, the future exploits of the Odyssey could be another one of Batil, who has made a fantastic start as a broodmare. Will she turn out to be a classic horse? Time will tell. But what we can do now is we can close a few tabs down to save on CPU, and we can watch the horse Tajlina win the Group 3 Pre-Penelope at St. Cloud on the 29th of March 2025, and we will be able to see what we think of it.
Set and away they go. The favourites missed the start. The favourite had her head high in the gates when the starter said go, and she is last of all, but recovering in the red jacket. First to get going is Kayamba, is going to lead over Ray Uerle, and third up on the outside going forward is Glamis Road. They were followed by Felina on the rail. Next in the field then is Cortella, followed then by Jones as they go to the first turn. The favourite Tajlina in the red jacket is second to last as they head towards the back of the course, and now at the rear of the field is Cortella as they go past the 1600 metre peg. So the front runner here is Glamis Road. It is Glamis Road by a length. In second is Kayamba, racing third on the rail, Felina. for Christophe Soumillon in the box sheet. Yellow, green cross sashes, Ray Uhl. They will follow then. 3 back down on the inside by Jones. A length and a half away came Canada, and then 2 lengths away to Tajlina. 8 lengths off the leader, and 2 away last of all is Cortella as they go down the back of the course. They head down to the 1,000-metre mark, and it's Glamis Road for Maxime Guyon setting the speed at that next turn by a length and a half. Second is Cayamba. Third on the inside is Felina. They will follow them by Ray Uhl. Next pair, Jones on the inside of Canada. They will follow them by Tajlina. And last of all still is Cortella. No change in the order as they race to the top of the straight. She travels along nicely out in front, Glamis Road. She is by 2 lengths. In second placing is Cayamba. Third on the inside, Felina. Fourth placing, Ray Uhl. Jones is ridden along. They will follow them by Tajlina to the outside, along with Canada, and still last is Cortella. Well, the leader hasn't found a lot here, Glamis Road. She's being joined and headed by Cayamba. Here come the chargers down the outside, Canada and Tajlina. Tajlina, Canada, they go up quickly too. Cayamba, Tajlina, she puts the head in front narrowly. Is there any beating this Francis Graffa and Barcelona combination at the moment? It is Tajlina. She's missed the start, but she still won it comfortably. Tajlina is first. Now, second and third, it is quite tight. We've got going through in the centre there, Jones. And on the near side, we've got Canada, and on the far side, Cayamba. But once again, an impressive winner from the Francis Graffa stable. Tajlina. She's missed the start. She was last. She's come down the outside, and she's got up to score and run away over number 6, Jones, Aurélien Lemaitre, and a photo for third.
Well, I thought personally that was a very impressive performance from Tajlina. Like the commentator said, yes, she did miss the start, and obviously that would rather not be ideal as she hopefully steps up in grade in maybe a fortnight's time, back up into grade 2 company for the first time. But she's got some very interesting entries coming up. You would think that this race, if she was to run in the next race, the Prix Cleopatra, I think that is a Group 2 race. That will bring her on beautifully. You would think the 16th of the 18th of the 4th and then the 15th of the 6th at Chantilly. The pattern is there for all to see. And then if people want to get brave, they can chuck in the UK Oaks on the 6th of June, which is a fortnight before the French Oaks, on the 19th. So plenty of possible middle distance classics and races to be aimed at. This horse, I think, would no doubt stay the Leisure Trip if it went further. But yeah, a very interesting horse, Tajlina. Will she prove to be a classic filly? Time will tell. Although, again, I will note the jump of 81 best at 2 to 103. Opening at 3. You know, this filly could have scope for plenty of improvement at this stage. Tajlina, hopefully she will deliver. Right, I can leave this video here now, I think. Thank you very much to everybody for taking the time to watch the video. It's always very much appreciated. What I will do is I will leave you a copy of the Classic Watch 23 Possibles at the end of the video, so people will be able to go through all the Classic Watch 25 Possibles at their leisure. And I will also leave a copy for people who have watched this video and have chosen not to subscribe to the channel. I will give you an opportunity to subscribe to the channel. Plenty of action upcoming, like I said earlier. We've got the Japanese 1,000 Guineas this week. The UK trials will kick in this week really as well. On Saturday, it's Newbury, the Greenham. It's very rare that the Greenham is before Newmarket. You know, I've not seen that very often, but that definitely seems to be the case this year. And so we've got UK trials, Irish trials are kicking in. Like I say, we've looked at the French racing. We've got around a month to the Kentucky Derby in America. And we're still continuing the look in the far second part of the Australian season as well. Plenty to come. But for now, I think I can leave this video here. Take care, everybody. Look after yourselves and your loved ones. Have a fantastic week and take care.